So, RFL Season 14, Round 7 at Australia will be go once the lights go out, and they do. So now, who's going to get the best of starts out of the first corner, out onto the first corner and through into the lead, and staying into the lead goes Polytromp, and there's yellow flags behind, and Hard has had some sort of issue and he has lost time, as through goes Mr. Diaz around the outside of Verklempt, but he's not quite stayed on the track, and Verklempt trying to regain the position as well. Possible race strategies on the screen there, as was that some batting further back, maybe it's just having a look, and another look from Formula 9 we go on board with now, and through goes the V-Carb driver, and through goes Danny on Lord James, who has picked up a penalty already on lap 1 here, and he's now under pressure from Shofi, who now goes to the outside, the Williams driver. He swoops around, and that is some front wing end plates flying off. Oh, dearing me, that's Verklempt and Diaz coming together, and Lord James spins around when he's facing the wrong way. Not an ideal start for the Ferrari, a very ideal start for Polytromp, who has a good lead, but Mr. Diaz under pressure from Verklempt through turn 1. Lord James not having a good time there, and Lord James retiring from the session. Not a good Grand Prix for him at all here in Australia. However, side by side, Angelo and Azar side by side, and Angelo getting through there and up to P7. Azar gets a time penalty, try to stay on the tail of Angelo there. Nathan and Jim get the right. Oh dear, that is a big mistake from Mr. Diaz. He drops down to P8 after that mistake through the fast chicane. And Azar is now right on the tail of Angelo. See if there's any action between these two. Azar with the DRS, he's looked to the inside. There's not quite any space there, so we'll look. So Mr. Diaz on to some hards, and Shofi's out the race. What has happened? He's hit the wall between turns 4 and 5. You can see a couple of drivers getting close, but not quite close enough. Lap 6, and it's a 4-second lead for Polytromp ahead of Danny in second, who has 5 seconds back to Verklempt. He has Formula Rye on his tail with DRS open and is looking to go up the inside. Is he? Yes, he is. Side by side. Oh dear! It's contact between the two. That, of course, is not ideal for either of them. And that is Verklempt down to 6th. Formula right down to P8 there. Loss of that front wing for the V-Carb of Rye. He'll possibly be in the pits, and so will Verklempt as well. So we'll see what tyre Verklempt chooses for the next stint. It's going to be some medium tyres, and of course that front wing change as well. See the tyre for Formula Right. It's going to be mediums for him as well. So are we going to see these two going side by side? Jim having a bit of a look, but not quite enough into the chicane. A little bit of end plate damage, but Nathan letting the Williams of Jim through there. So is that some just wanting DRS play? Is that, has something happened that we didn't catch between the two of them. Who knows? Hard heads into the pits, and Mr. Diaz has Verklempt for company as well out the final corner. A lot of curb being used. Mr. Diaz defends the inside and through goes Verklempt there for P7. And running again. Meanwhile, Jim under pressure from Nathan. Nathan with the DRS wide open in the V-carb. And through goes Nathan. Oh dear, who has made a mistake there? Oh, Azar is off. He has made a big mistake out the chicane. And down to 6th goes the McLaren. And into the pits they go as well. Yellow flags. Oh! Nathan facing the wrong way there. Didn't really catch what happened there. As through goes Verklempt. Will Mr. Diaz go through as well? As not much space there. But Mr. Diaz gets through there. And Azar is on some hard tyres. And slots into P9 for the moment. And Jim into the pits for Williams, and he goes on to the hard tyres. A wing change as well, so that'll cost a wee bit of time. And is that a change of wing for a V-carb of it'll be Nathan changing that front wing. As Polytron pits, it is Danny who now leads the race, and it's some hard tyres for the House of Polytron here. Oh, that was Mr. Diaz retiring from the race. Oh dear, that is a big crash. How on earth wasn't that a safety car? I will never know. Meanwhile though, hard under pressure from Jim. And we'll see with some DNS for the Williams if there's going to be some action here. And are they going to come round side by side? Yes, they are. Williams of Strav swooping around the outside. And that is move complete there. And Angelo into the pits for Ferrari. A wing change as well. And on to hard compound tyres. We'll see where the Ferrari man feeds into the field. And it's 6th position. And the game, I think it was not a hazard. To be fair, he wasn't actually on the track. Meanwhile though, Angelo gets through up to P5, overtakes Azar there. The safety car settings are definitely not wrong. Meanwhile, into the pit lane goes Danny from what was the lead of the race, Polytron. Now retakes the lead, and Danny on to set of mediums. That is the V-carb of Formula Right into the pit lane. And we'll see what tyre it is going to be. It is going to be the hard tyre, as we can see, and those will definitely go to the end of the Grand Prix. And we can see there in the background that it is hard into the pits as well. They do the same, mediums off and hard tyres on, and it's hard on the hard tyre. Verklempt into the pits for McLaren. He puts on a fresh set of medium tyres. He will slot into P5. That's a close gap there. Side by side hard overtakes Nathan, who doesn't make it too difficult for the Sauber there. Closing up is Verklempt with the DNS, as we can see, and Azar not making it difficult for his teammate there. Obviously the two of them on different strategies. So now Verklempt up to P4, and Azar now P5. And can they get it? DRS open there for Formula Right, and will they go side by side? Yes, they do. And Jim not making that difficult there, so through goes the V-Carb Formula Right. Hazard is into the pits for McLaren, second stop, and on to the medium tyre he goes. And where is he going to feed out? We can see Formula Right and Jim going through, and Hazard does lose position to the two of them. So Hazard down to P7 is on some fresh medium tyres, so can the McLaren driver catch the pair of them? Formula Right pulling away a little bit from Jim. Oh, that's a mistake from the Williams. Is that going to allow Hazard through? McLaren having a look, but it's not quite enough space there. He's now all over the back of the Williams car is Hazard, and now he'll get some DRS as well. Which way is he going to go as they appear from the barrier? And through goes Hazard up to P6 now. How long before we see these two battling away? Hazard just got the superior grip, doesn't he? Through the final chicane, and it's going to be DRS wide open, and side by side they go. Formula Right trying to defend into turn 1 and does so successfully into the first corner, but there's going to be another dose of DRS for Hazard. Formula Right, what does he do? Does he defend the inside? No, he doesn't. He leaves the door open for Hazard to go up the inside. Is there going to be enough space? Side by side they still go, and contact between the two of them as well, and Hazard not quite able to complete the move there. So Formula Right desperate to try and defend this P5 position. Hazard's going to get some DRS once again here. It's all over the back of that V-Carb car. DRS wide open for Hazard. Is he going to get close enough here? Not quite, but he's right on the tail. He'll get a good exit out the chicane and goes to the left hand side for his perspective into the braking zone, and that is move complete there for the McLaren of Hazard. We'll see what tyre Right will go on to here. It's going to be some soft tyres for the V-Carb, and it is going to be DRS for Formula Right, and he's going to unlap himself from second placed Danny. What Formula Right can do with some DRS, which will open just about now, and nose to tail they go, side by side they go, and through goes Formula Right and up to P7. Still 5 races to go after this evening, but round the final corner comes Polytromp, and he is going to win this Australian Grand Prix here in RFL. He crosses the line, and a truly dominant display there. Danny is going to round the final corner. It is a solid second position for the championship leader, and he crosses the line. Jim, Strav and Formula Right swaps classification potentially on penalties there. We'll go through all of that shortly. Angelo now rounds the final corner. It's going to be another podium for the Ferrari, and he minimises his losses to Danny. Only lost 5 points, which, considering his P8 qualifying, could have been more. Verklempt has crossed the line for P4 for McLaren, and Hazard is going to make it a 5th place as well, as he rounds the final corner as the last driver on the lead lap.